less than a minute now until Flight Engineer Joe Acaba will be giving the command to release the H2 transfer vehicle number 3, or the Konatori 3, as it's called. Konatori being a word for white stork that will send it on its journey back to the Earth's atmosphere, where it will be allowed to burn up and wrap up its stay in space. It launched on July 20th from Tanegashima Space Center in Japan. Team here on the ground confirming that the snares on the Canadarm2 are open, which marks the HTV release. It took place as planned at 10:50 a.m. Central Time, as the space station was 253 miles above Canada. You can see here the arm backing away now.
Houston Station on 2, HTV retreat is commanded and the PT timer has been started. Right now we have a PT of 53, 54, 55, 56.
Houston copies. Nice job.
Flight Engineer Aki Hoshide there, confirming what we could see here on the ground, that HTV-3 has officially been released from the Canadarm2, the space station's robotic arm. Again, that took place on time at 10:50 a.m. Central Time, while the space station was 253 miles above Canada. Now begins the task of having the vehicle move away from the International Space Station, slowly at first, and then gaining speed. The first maneuver, which is called an ISS departure maneuver, will be taking place at 10:55, about 3 minutes from now. And that will be thruster firing that will begin moving HTV away from the space station at a rate of just under 8 feet per minute. That'll be followed at 11:05, 10 minutes later, by another ISS departure maneuver, and then at 11:17, the first of the descending maneuvers that will begin dropping the altitude of the HTV-3's orbit will take place, and a second one of those scheduled for just after noon Central Time, 12:01 p.m.
Station Houston, for a status, we see an opening rate of 0.5 down here. We'd like to know what you see up there and also distance from the arm.
Bye. And Katie, the range rate on the nav is about 0.011, and the distance from the arm is like maybe 2 meters.
Copy.
As you can see, the first of those thruster firings to begin moving the HTV-3 away from the International Space Station has taken place. That again will begin moving it away at a rate of just under 8 feet per minute. And then a second one will take place in another 10 minutes at 11:05 p.m. Central Time. That
Concur, we
will
see an
move it a bit faster at about 39 feet per minute.
Aki, any camera tracking you can do for us would be great.
And Houston, HTV is inside on camera 3.
We copy, Aki.
View here provided by the International Space Station crew members. As you heard Aki Hoshide mention, this is a view of the HTV-3 as it moves away from the International Space Station.
Station Houston for HTV, we see a safe trajectory for the abort, and we'll let you know when it's outside the keep-out sphere.
Copy that.
Space station's currently 256 miles above the Gulf of St. Lawrence, above New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, just about to head out over Prince Edward Island and across the Atlantic Ocean. The HTV-3, newly released from the Space Station's Canadarm2, is moving steadily away. It's performed its first firing to begin moving it away from the space station, and a second one is about 7 minutes away now. That'll take place at 11:05, be followed by another at 11:17, and one final for the day at 11:47 a.m. Or excuse me, 12:01 p.m. Central Time. By that time, it'll be about 4 miles away from the International Space Station, and that will move it not only away from the space station, but also begin lowering its orbit and getting it into place for its deorbit burns. There are 3 of those, and they're all scheduled to take place Thursday, tomorrow evening, starting at 5:48 p.m. Central Time. They'll wrap up at 11:50 p.m., which should have the HTV-3 experiencing the Earth's atmosphere by 12:24 a.m. Central Time on Friday.
The control room has recovered IOC-1, and we now have good attitude control using the VDE-1 alpha as we planned pre-flight.
Copy that.
The Japanese flight control team in Tsukuba, Japan, confirming that the HTV-3 is continuing to move safely away from the International Space Station, now about 360 meters in front of the station. That's more than 1,000 feet away, and has now, in less than 5 minutes, its second space station departure maneuver coming up. That'll be at 11:05 a.m. Central Time, and increase its speed to an additional 39.3 feet per minute.